My name is Trish. This evening we are having a discussion on our Soulful Scrutiny program. I'm here with Miss Roseclair Charles. Roseclair Charles is from the country of St. Vincent and Grenadines. And just to put this out, because people who know both of us are going to wonder why we don't mention it. We are first cousins. Yeah. Your mother and my father were brother and sister. So we're first cousins. So just want to get that out there. Yeah. All right. Roseclair is currently working at the House of Hope Society, which is a society that deals with, not exclusively, but a lot with HIV positive people. But prior to that, I know you went to the Gambia and you worked with the United Nations for many years. And then you came back to St. Vincent and continue on working. Now, tell us a little bit what motivated you to start this kind of work, and then we'll get into a little bit of what you did in Africa. But what motivated you? Because I think you started doing something with this before you left for Africa. So tell us a little bit about what motivated you.
Well, I think, first of all, good afternoon, Paul. Good morning, whatever. I think what motivated me is, since I was small, I loved to do volunteer work, and I love to work with people. So
and you're a nurse by profession?
Yes, exactly. So I taught for a little while to a teacher at Chimoka School. And growing up in Chimoka, I always did volunteer work. I remember my mommy being the village midwife. I would go with her sometimes when
she delivered me.
Right, she delivered you, yes. Wonder she named you too.
I don't know. I don't know where they got that name from.
She used to name everybody, yeah.
But she delivered me.
So I think that is what motivated me. I was a member of the Red Cross, as where I'd go out and do things and work along with people, work in the community. I taught for a little while, as I said before, and I think growing up in that way, my mother was a single mother, and she had 6 of us, and her home was like a community center where everybody would come to learn to sew. I remember all these girls coming.
My mother got to sew with her,
yes. They used to come to see, and they were there cutting and something. I would join them and cut the thread, you know, and she would give you all the clothes and say, cut the thread. I mean, those were days, eh?
That downstairs was such a place.
Exactly.
You know, when we came to Chumaka, we would stay at our grandmother's house and our maternal grandmother's house. But during the day, we are at that Kagi's house.
Yeah.
And where there's a piece of sweet bread, a cake,
yes, of course.
She always had something to give us. It was the most wonderful person.
I am telling you.
And not to take her from any of my other aunts and uncles, I love them all, the two of them still around. But that has always been everybody's favorite.
Exactly.
Because we never had a grandmother on that side. She died very young.
Right, we never even knew her.
Right, we never even knew her. So when we went to Aunt Clyde's house, first of all, she lived in the family original home.
Yeah.
And when you went there, she was like that motherly grandmotherly, everything rolled up in one. And just always was there for us. So that house was always a place. And she could whistle like a man.
Yeah, she used to whistle.
Oh my God.
I remember that.
My aunt would stand on her steps. And she would start a whistle, and you could hear her from one end of the room to another.
That's true, I remember that.
So let's get back
to it. Yes, those were the days. So to grow up in that environment, and with a mother like that, I mean, I think it's just instilled in me. So as I grew up, I started teaching, and then I went into nursing, and then I did nursing was not, well, I wouldn't say it wasn't what I wanted, but it wasn't, I wanted to do more for people than just bedside physically. I wanted to do something that would help people emotionally and things like that. So I branched off to do social work. So I was at Planned Parenthood Association doing family life education in those days, the early time. So I think that is what motivated me to
get into that field. And how did you get to go to Africa?
Africa.
One second. John, you got to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
It's on? Okay. Let me start. So how did you get to go to Africa of all places?
Well, I was working at Liberty Lodge Training Center after I left Planned Parenthood. I was with the boys there as a house mother. And you know the boys who used to come, these boys from the street, boys whose parents can't go with them. So anyway, so I was there, and then there was this psychologist, a child psychologist, come from Liberia, I think it was, to work with the UN, working as a UN volunteer, United Nations volunteer. And from working along with him, we would go up country, we go to the communities, we work with the boys. He said to me one day, Roseclair, why don't you apply to the UN to go and work in the developing countries? You will do very well. From observing you, I think you would do well out there. And I said, I never really thought of leaving St. Vincent to go anywhere to work. Anyway, one day he brought the application form and we sat down and we filled them and sent them. And in 3 months' time, I got called from Barbados that I was chosen to go to Gambia to work. And it was urgent as well, so I had to pack up.
And you had two children,
yes,
two small children.
2 small children, 8 and 12, 8 and
Wow.
12. And I said, okay. I went to Jerry, that same Jerry George, because I had never heard about Gambia. And then we looked it up, and we saw that the place was an English speaking, English is their first language. They're a tourist resort, beautiful people. Well, of course, they didn't show us up country where they have all these rare poor people, but as usual, we know that.
Right.
And I said, you know what? I will just take the challenge. And I discussed with Rachel and the others, and of course, why don't you go?
Were you scared?
I
you're a
was
woman, you're leaving here and go across the world to Africa in the middle of Africa
my 2 children.
to deal with a formidable disease.
Yes.
I mean, I would have been scared.
So, but anyway, I said I'll take the challenge, and I went. And we had to overnight in England. And while I was there, I was saying, oh Lord, I wonder if I should really go. Or should I turn back? But then we went, and it was good. The children grew up. I mean, they went to an international school. They did their GC, whatever they. And they had friends, they can speak their language and everything.
How many languages?
They have over 15 in Gambia.
How
And
many
the 3 main ones they can speak Wolof, Mandinka, and a little Jola. The others I
do you speak any?
I forget them. The only thing I can remember is Nangadef. How when you know somebody coming to your house, it's Salam alaikum, how are you? Nangadef, how you do? No, Salam alaikum is peace be unto you. Nangadef is how are you? Subasang Firek is good morning. How is the morning? I can't remember anymore right now.
Well, that's the basic stuff. Kids will pick that up and hold on to it more than me and you.
Nothing, yeah. So that's how
you end up going there.
Yeah.
I remember.
And another thing, when we looked it up, I found when I went to Gambia, I found out Gambia is the place where you know that famous book Roots. That's where Kunta Kinte lived.
Oh wow!
So I had the opportunity to go to that place, to the Juffery, where Kunta Kinte, and spoke with the last living descendant, Binta Kinte. She's dead now. So a lot of tourists who come to Gambia, they would go there and see the island where they had the slaves and everything. So when Rachel got married, I remember that.
Oh yeah.
And she and everybody who came to Gambia to visit, I would take them there. So that was something that was amazing to me. The famous book Roots and the movie.
Oh wow! Now I remember when we met in England, where your daughter Rachel was in England. We both visited her and were there at the same time. And you would share these amazing stories with me. I mean, you have got to be a Mother Teresa and everything rolled up in one. The things that you would do to help these children, many of whom were orphaned because of this disease, the HIV virus. And you share a story with me to this day, stay with me. I'm going to see if you remember. There was a little boy who died. His family was Muslim. The mother and father had passed away. And the baby was sick. And eventually, you were going to the hospital.
Oh, yes, I remember
and
that.
you were nursing this baby. And eventually they called and they said the baby's about to die. And you went, the baby died. And it's a tradition, I don't know if it's a religious one, where the male relative have to bury the baby.
Yes.
But everybody else is dead except for grandfather who lived in the country and who has bad eyesight.
He was blind. He was
blind. So you wrapped the baby up in your Jeep with somebody and you all drove into the country and the old man said, okay, he will, with your help, he will bury the baby, but he needs the cola nut, the linen, and something to spray or something.
Go and get it.
So you have to take the dead baby out, go get the stuff, come back so that the grandfather could bury the baby before sundown.
You remember that?
Oh yeah, that story stays with me forever. I thought, wow. I remember trying to get you on Oprah because I thought this woman is amazing, what she's doing. The stories that you told, I'll talk to you about some of the other guys when we're done with this interview. But I'm so glad that I have this television network and this television program that I can come out and talk to you like this. And not just because you're my cousin, but because I admire you so much what you're doing. I really do. Now you've mentioned, we had a conversation earlier, and you were saying something with Uganda, that someone took you to Uganda. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, when I was in Gambia, I took some HIV positive persons to Uganda to go study tour. And the lady, one of the facilitators took us to this village outside Kampala. and there was nobody there. So I said to her, why did you bring us here? And she said to me, the reason we brought you all here is to show you that what HIV did to this village. There was nobody living there anymore, not one single soul. The brick houses had grass growing on them and vines. And I said, so what happened to all the children? She said the children were moved to an orphanage in Kampala, which is the capital. So I said to her, so do you really think that HIV really? She said, yes, everybody was dead. Father, mother, everybody was dead in that. Well, it's a small village, but you know how it is in those countries. So then I said to her, so what was done? She said the president, after that happened, the president, I can't remember his name right now, had to come out. His wife, this is the first lady, ministers of government, organizations, everybody had to come on board and be very aggressive with that fight. And Uganda became a model for all African countries because the numbers decreased, because of the collaboration, because of the togetherness, and because that had to happen for them to really come to terms with this disease and say, well, wow, this thing is something we have to fight. And that's how they did it. And Uganda today is a model.
Now, the people in the Gambia call you Auntie Rose.
Yes, everybody Auntie Rose.
And you, again, I don't know how you did that because I'm kind of squirmish with anything medical. So to go there and fight something like that, and you must see death all around you. And I remember you telling me stories about even some of the projects that you would do to keep some kind of income coming. It's very, very similar to what you're doing here.
Oh, yes,
You're saying you guys have the thrift shop project here in St. Vincent. And so you did that and walk with these ladies. And I remember a story that you told me, which I thought was really incredible. There was a lady who had a baby. She was sick. She had no job, and she didn't have anything to help this baby with. She was about to give up the baby. You literally paid this woman so she could take care of her own child.
Oh yes, I remember that too, yes. And I even adopted a little boy, but he died in the end.
He died in the end.
Well, what we had the UN had, under the Global Fund again, just like the Global Fund here, the UN had given us money through the Global Fund to have a center. So we had this center on Carver Avenue in Banjul, and they would come and make soap. They make we had tailors, they used to sew. They would do many little things. They made these nice scissors that they would mix with something, and you would scrub your heels and so. So we used to sell, we used to raise funds, and a lot of the women would come. But the soap making was something out of this world. The women would come, and not the men. The men would hardly do anything. But the women, they were hard working, and they would make the soap and go and sell those soap. And we used to get funds because of that. Yeah.
Wow. So
tie and dye was another thing.
Was another thing you did. So you're you're not only helping these folks, but you're helping them in terms of kind of stirring their entrepreneurial juices to try to get them to do things to help themselves.
And I was learning a lot too, because I could tie and dye, I could make soap. Yes, I know how.
Because I remember even getting a nice gown that you sent me.
Yes, exactly. And it was made right there.
I had a fire at my house, and it yeah. So if you ever go back there, just let me know. Because that was when I wear that, people would be like, "Wow, this is regal."
Yes.
Really regal. Now, have you ever thought of writing a book?
I have started. I only have pictures to go in, but I did everything. I have all the material on my computer.
I'll publish it for you if you want.
Yes.
Just let me know when you're ready.
My experience on the continent.
So, we were talking before the interview started. I want you, for the benefit of the audience, maybe you don't have the data, because I think you were saying you don't have the data, but what's the highest group in St. Vincent that HIV is spreading among?
For me, I would say between that age group, which is 25 to 35, around there. I think that is where you have the most of it. I mean, just from me being on the ground and seeing
walking
on the ground, but the true data, I wouldn't have it.
Right.
Yeah. And the figure, I mean, they gave the figure last time, I think it was 1,000 something, I can't remember. But
that's a lot.
Whatever it is, I would multiply it by 3.
Even the 1,000 would be a lot in a small country like this.
But you don't have the true picture because, those persons who they would check, they would be the person to come to the clinic.
Right, that's the one that's about that are on the radar. What's the one that's underneath that you don't know?
Right, yes.
Oh wow, that's kind of scary. Now, what are they doing in terms of educating the youths and other members of the other groups and other population groups to help to stem this or to decrease that possibility of it happening? What's being done? Are they teaching the stuff in the school? The community outreach?
Well, the Ministry of Health, I think, I'm not sure what is happening right now on the ground, but they're supposed to be going out into schools. For us at the House of Hope Society, we do have an educational component in our program. So we go, but for last year we didn't go to the schools, but we usually go to the school, the primary schools, and talk to the kids and about HIV, how it is spread, what to do if you have somebody. And we do have children who are HIV positive in the schools. People here, children. But of course the teachers wouldn't know because you know how it's confidential and all of that. But so that's what we do. And sometimes we would take somebody who is willing to go, who is HIV positive, and talk to them as well. And say, well, how do I look, And at the end of the program, this person would say, well, I'm HIV positive. And they was like, wow, what? They can't believe how the person look well and blah, 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 blah. So those are things that we do. I'm not sure what is happening now in terms of the Ministry of Health or the Ministry of Education, if they really do anything with HIV. I'm not sure.
I don't want to get into a political thing, because don't think that HIV is something we should be politics of.
It's not.
And in a society where everything is one politics over there, I don't want to inject that here. But do you think the government, any government, based on the policies that are in place, do you think it's enough? Is there more that can be done? If so, what? What do you think?
There's a lot more that can be done, and I always say, they say it everywhere I go. The government supposed, everything should not be left to the Ministry of Health. It should be a collaborated effort. There's no cohesiveness when it comes to HIV in this place. Everybody wants to do their own thing in their own little corner. I don't know why. So we need to come together. So the government should lead, because the government is the head of the state, and so they should be the leaders. Just like the story I gave you in Uganda, they have to take the lead, and they have to be more aggressive. Don't just pin your hand with this thing. A lot of our people are dying. You listen to the death announcement, sometimes you have like 15 deaths, and I could tell you 3 or 4 of them are from HIV, well, AIDS related. So people are dying, and they're leaving children behind.
And guys, 110,000 people in the whole population, so that's significant.
And then a lot of them are leaving children behind. The children are orphaned, and some of these children also are infected. So the cycle goes wrong, it goes right back. So I'm thinking that the government has to be put more into HIV. They have to create more programs. Yes, the awareness is good, yes, we could say everybody is aware. But you have only one AIDS then the 1st of December you hear about HIV.
So they need to be more aggressive.
Yes.
It would help. What motivated you, or what got you started? People don't, this sort of stuff don't happen when you see somebody this committed and this motivated. So what happened in your life, or with anybody, somebody you know, or something, that caused you to go down, what caused you to go down this
Well,
path?
in the early times of HIV, we didn't, when I walked in the hospital as a nurse, there was a young man, and I should share this too, who died. He had all the symptoms that we talked about today. The lymph nodes swollen, the consistent fever, the diarrhea. And he died right in my hands on the ward. They were saying it's Hodgkin's disease, but then looking back now and seeing what is happening now, it had to be AIDS related. But while I worked at Planned Parenthood, we used to go over to the ward, to the maternity ward, to talk to the mothers about HIV, how is it transmitted, also about family planning, the pill, the condom, whatever, and talk to them about family planning in general. And one day one of the nurses said to me, Roseclair, there's a young lady upstairs and she comes from down by you, in your area. You should go and see her. And I said, what is happening? She said, she whispered to me she had AIDS. Those days now,
The stigma was attached
exactly.
to it. Still is.
Not even the nurse and the doctor. The nurses never know. The doctors would know, they wouldn't tell them. So I went up and they usually had them in the back at female medical, way back in the back. And I went up there, and when I walked in the room, it was somebody who I know very well, the family, and I know her as a girl growing up. And her bed was so untidy. She had, you remember those cakes Daddy used to sell, Daddy shop? Those cakes with jam
Jam
buns and
buns, yeah.
juicy, Marvy and so. She had a bottle with juicy and she had that jam bun in the jar. The sheet was on the floor. She was all snotty with all kind of mucus. If you have seen that young child, well, other child to me. And I tidied the bed. I went outside and I got the nurses to give me stuff to tidy the bed and everything. No gloves all those days, you know. But I was being cautious. She wiped her face and everything. And the juicy bottle had in some juicy, but cockroach was in it. When I opened the jar, those little jars they used to have there at the table, there was roach, there was ants, there were pieces of the jam buns, and if you had seen that place. And I tied. When I finished tidying up that girl, she was a different person in that bed. So from that, I used to go over until she died. When she died, they had nobody didn't even come to claim the body, to identify and to claim. Till days after, they had her in a zip bag, all zipped up. Those days were terrible. That's how we were looking at people.
So her family didn't come?
Nobody didn't come. She was buried in the cemetery in Kingston there, right by the, you know, that place where they have that chapel. So that was my first encounter with HIV/AIDS. And from that I said, you know what, I'm going to work with these people no matter what. And I started doing that, and then going to Gambia again opened up my eyes more. Coming back here now, I still work with them. So
and you worked in a prison as well?
Oh yes, I did that. I was motivated to work with prisoners because at Planned Parenthood, I went on a workshop, I think it was to Antigua, and they were asking for us to do programs with men. And we couldn't get men. We tried the PT, we tried different places, the church group, nothing. No. And I said, what better place to go more than the prison? The prison have 100 of them in there. All men, they're not doing nothing. So I went, and I mean, of course, there were people who I worked with, the director and whoever, they were cautious, they didn't want to go because of the people they kill and the rape. And I just went alone, single-handedly, and I talked to the superintendent, that time was Maxman. And we did the program. Me and him would take money from our pocket, buy books, and for 3 months, I would do 30 inmates. So for the whole year, I did all those 3 months, 30 inmates. I had graduation ceremony and all. You wouldn't believe it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You seem like someone who treats people with dignity.
Yes,
I do.
Exactly. So some of them still in touch with me, and some of them keep going back and forth because again, there's no rehab for them outside.
And before the interview, we were talking about the fact that even some of the packages you gave at the house of hope, they'll sell it because most of them, a lot of them are living in the streets.
Right, exactly.
It would mean nothing to them, and then they might use the money to buy drugs.
Yes.
So do you think this problem, and I go back again to policies in terms of our government, do you think the government need to, because this is what I'm thinking, they need to be thinking in a more holistic way in terms of, they go to prison, how do you rehabilitate these men?
Exactly.
In terms of, if they have addiction issues, address those issues.
And women too.
Have programs that will try to you know, empower them a little bit when they come out. Because other than that, it's a vicious cycle. They come out, they have no place to live.
Yes.
For many of them, it's probably better being in jail at least what they're thinking.
They
have food and they have a place to
of
live.
Course, yes.
So the St. Vincent Grenadines have any shelters?
Homeless
shelters,
no.
Or male shelters, or
No,
female
there's
shelters?
none. The Catholic Church has a food kitchen.
But where do they sleep?
Where they sleep on the street. They sleep wherever in Victoria.
So there's not
Park,
one shelter, no place in this island. Ooh. And then
I hear they have I heard that they have a shelter for battered women. I am not sure where it is. I don't know how I don't know if it's functioning or what, because I mean I have seen so many women being battered. Some of them meet me and talk to me, and then I will refer them to the Ministry of Mobilization, which is responsible for this. But I don't know what happened there.
There is something with domestic violence, but not not necessarily for like homelessness. As we get ready to end this interview, I do want to say that I admire you. You know, I admire your strength, your courage. I mean, I think there's something special in you that would drive somebody to leave their family and their home that they knew of. Not necessarily your family, because your two younger ones went with you, but you still have your other two children and grandchildren. And to go to the heart of Africa and work with people, to come back home before you left. You work with prison population, you're working with Planned Parenthood, you come back and here you are working with HIV positive people. If there is something called a Mother Teresa in St. Vincent, I think you're it, you know? And I really have to commend you.
Thank you.
I want you to tell the the visitors, the viewers, the audience, looking at the camera, what can people do to get in touch with you? There is an email address, House of Hope
at vinciesurf.com.
House of Hope at vinciesurf.com.
Yeah.
There's also a phone number, 784-485-6885. That's 784-485-6885. So if you want to get in touch with the House of Hope, maybe they might be able to donate something.
Right.
What items is it that is helpful?
Clothing for the thrift shop, clothing, shoes, whatever, toys for children, children clothes especially, and bed sheets, curtains, because people look for those things, so things like that.
Because you have a thrift shop that you use to help to raise funds.
Yes, to raise
And I remember you doing something like that in Africa, where you would help them with soap and make soap and things like that. So you have an entrepreneurial component to this program. So there's some extra way of sustaining it. So again, if you want to help the House of Hope or any of the programs that Roseclair Charles works with, you can email her at houseofhope@vinciesurf.com. You can also call at 784-485-6885, and they need all the help that they can get. This is our community, this is our people. These are our people, and these are people that they're human beings. Maybe sometimes they made a wrong turn in life, and don't forget that HIV is something where you could be a child where your parents had it and you got it. You could be a person who your husband went out to see and he slept with somebody, brings it home, you're innocent. They're not dirty, they're not people that did something horrible, they just, by bad luck, so to speak, that they got something that they have to live with the rest of their life. And if we're in a situation, whether it's HIV or some other situation, we would want people to be compassionate. So again, there might be medical stuff that I just came from the Calicut Town Hall, where I sent them some medical supply that someone donated, and I shipped them to this organization. I think it's MRA, Medical something, headed by Fidel Caesar. And so they were there early, packaging, they packed the stuff up, and different clinics and different nurses would come to the clinics and the hospitals and pick up their supplies. So there might be supplies that you guys could use as well. Right,
because we have the home-based care,
exactly,
where the volunteers go out and take care of those terminally ill people in the home. Not specifically HIVs, other things.
So you work with other things, like if people have strokes or diabetes, things like that. So nothing they get could be too much. Okay, so we can give you help.
And we have a Facebook page as well, so people can look at that.
We want to thank you very much for taking this time to sit down with me and Soulful Scrutiny, where we try to talk to interesting people that are doing interesting things in our community and around the world. We try to bring that information to you. We try to reach out to people, whether it might be small businesses, and try to really be that kind of bridge between the people here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines as well as in the diaspora. We're not just a Vincentian network, we are a cultural network, and our main target is the Caribbean. So we try to be that link, and so we want to thank you for taking this time.
That's good, I should thank you too. I'm proud of you too. So we are one. I think it's in our blood.
Yeah, I think so. And I do the Garifuna Cultural Retreat program. So a lot of time when I come, I basically have time to do the program and get cut out. So I had some time to kind of catch up with my cousin and visit with her. But I do want to thank you, and I want to thank you, audience, for joining us in this edition of Soulful Scrutiny. Once again, my name is Trish St. Hill, and today I was here with Roseclair Charles, my cousin, talking about the amazing work that she's doing, and we hope you'll join us in another edition of Soulful Scrutiny. Good night.